Hi, Marcel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm pretty well.
Good.
So, how's your first week been here?
It's been a lot to adjust to. I have noticed the first few days I did go through withdrawal. I had a lot of shakes and stuff, and I was definitely mentally trapped in my mind and stuff. And it was definitely a challenge. I didn't realize how big of a challenge it was going to be, but it was nothing like I've ever experienced before. Being on any drug, that was crazy, but. Now that I've gotten over that little hump in the withdrawals and stuff, my mind has cleared out, and it's definitely opened my eyes a lot. So it's been a little hard to adjust to, but it's giving me even more will to change and to make a difference for myself.
So it's like you almost have to go through those hard times to kind of climb back up and really get the reward.
Exactly, and I can see that it's definitely has changed my perspective on a lot of things, and I just keep looking back, and it's like, why did I put myself through those things? Like, why would I ever do that to myself? But yeah, no, it's opened up my eyes a lot. So I would say, even though it's been a hell of a week, it's been the most beneficial week of my entire life thus far.
That's awesome. Like, congrats. Yeah. I know last time we talked about a couple of things that we offer here. So have you been able to go to that support group that we talked about?
Yeah, no, I have. I've gone once or twice. Just because the first time I didn't really say anything. It's just because I just felt it was more like intimidation.
Yeah.
Like, I understand like other people are going through the same things I am, but it just still feels like I don't know. I just don't want to really open up like that and tell people like my problems so they know that business of me and stuff. But once I did get through the first session without talking and just more observing, the second time I was more open and free, like to talk and stuff. Yeah. But even though I've gone twice, I do plan on going more because I've definitely been able to connect with others and build relationships out of that and stuff. And it was definitely the best support I've gotten in my life thus far. So I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, and the benefit of that, like, even if you do sit back and observe, like, realizing that everyone in the room, like, is on your team is great, and then being able to talk about it helps you further your progress even more. And then another thing we talked about was that fitness that we offer. I've actually been once I did get over my withdrawals and stuff and went through that little episode. I have been taking some fitness classes like aerobics and stuff, and then I've been doing some weightlifting and stuff. So I've been doing a lot with that, and I have noticed a drastic difference just because I've learned that when you work out, the endorphins are released, and that's your feel good and stuff. And I can definitely tell that that is going to be a passion of mine that I can maybe use as an alternative. But it's been great. It's been absolutely wonderful. So working on like your physical self has helped your mental self?
Yes, exactly. It started as soon as I started working on my physical ability, and I've noticed some changes. I've noticed that I've become a lot more positive and optimistic and enthusiastic about things, and that's driven me even more to be optimistic that like I can save myself and I can do this for me, and it'll be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At our first visit, we went through a whole bunch of stuff, but by the end of that, we kind of narrowed it down to 3 things that you're wanting to focus on, and you listed those as like your homing situation, your job situation, and your substance use. Are we still on the same page for focusing on the substance use first?
Yes, I feel like that is my biggest problem because I feel like that is the source and the reason why I have all those other problems. So I feel like that is the main one that I do want to focus on because I feel like if I resolve that, I can resolve my my work and my family and my housing situation. Yeah.
So you're getting over your substance use is like step 1.
Yes, major step. Yeah.
Okay. We also kind of went over this, and I remember I could like tell your shift of emotion answering this question, but I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Before you did start using, what did life look like?
Life, it was rough. Both my parents were addicts and alcoholics, and my dad was extremely abusive and stuff. And like I told you before, he had the suspicion that I was gay, and that at the age of 14, he kicked his son out at the age of 14 and stuff. So I had to use my street smarts and stuff, and I had to do what I had to do. So I had to hop around to different places. I had to do what I could to make money, even if that was sexual with elderly people. That gave me a home. It wasn't the most ideal for someone at 14. And yeah, I haven't really talked to my mom since, because my dad has passed. So I wasn't really able to. I haven't really been able to cope with him and stuff, and been able to really like accept his apology and stuff. And we were never able to talk about it. I haven't really talked to my mom since then, and then also my sister. Like, we're still somewhat close, but she went through the same thing, and like I almost feel bad that like when I got kicked out, I wasn't there for her. So, but I mean, yeah, it wasn't the greatest life to start off with. But.
So drugs have kind of always been an issue, even if they weren't yours. Personally.
Yeah, they've always been a part of my life. I haven't known a life without substances or alcohol or anything like that. It's always been in the picture. It's always been in my vision.
Yeah. So since it's always been around, has there ever been a time that you've noticed it was a little less, or has it kind of always been a continuous?
It's always been a continuous thing, just simply for the people that I just surround myself with, because I surround myself with dealers and all that stuff, so they're constantly having it and stuff. So if we just wanted to pass the time or just didn't have anything else to do, that's just what we did. So I've never gone a day where, I mean, there have been days where it's been a little less, but still, even then, it's enough to get me on that level and stuff.
So kind of like the people you associate with have kind of like dictated your life.
Oh, completely. And just the fact that I have been with a lot of elderly men and stuff, it's more like they've been controlling me and stuff, and they've just been kind of threatening me, like, oh, well, you're not going to have any place to go if we don't do this, or you don't do this with me and stuff. So no matter what, even if there are some days where I really didn't want to, like, I had to, just because that's what I had to do for myself. And if that was the way I had to survive, then yeah, I had to do it.
So then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, no, I can't do it, and 10 being like, heck yeah, I'm the bomb, how confident are you that you could say no to someone offering you drugs or alcohol?
Right now, I would say it's maybe a 7 or 8 for sure. After getting that taste of just getting in the gym and also that support group and stuff, I have realized like how much better and healthier my life can be. So right now, I feel like I really could do it. That being said, I don't know if you released me right now and I went back out there and it was there. I'm not entirely sure. I would love to say a 10, heck yeah, but I know I still have a lot of room to grow. So, I think I have jumped up to a 7 or 8 where I've become a lot more confident in myself that I can say no.
Awesome. Now, on the basis of that, if any time in the future you just woke up, all your problems went away, all the obstacles went away, you could do anything, life could look however you wanted it to look, how would it look?
It would look, my picture perfect life and how I would want it to look is I would be in San Diego, California. I would wake up and I would be down at Venice Beach at the outside gym, and I would have my safe haven, which is the beach. I love the ocean and stuff, so I would be there, but also being able to work out outside and surround myself with motivating, healthy people that just inspire me to be better and want better for myself. And no drugs would be involved. I would not be surrounded by cocaine. I would not be surrounded by heroin, meth, any of that thing. So I think the picture perfect is I would I would have a stable job, I would have a great support system, and I'd be physically fit and mentally healthy and stuff, and genuinely waking up and knowing I'm gonna make another day and I'm gonna make a difference and I'm happy.
So a lot of that you mentioned other people. So like we said before, do you believe strongly that like who you hang out with is who you kind of shape yourself to look like?
Drastically. And I realize like how much peer pressure like can have on a person and the influence of other people. So I just I'll no, definitely like they do like dictate a lot and stuff. So I just know like if I create new goals for myself and I surround myself with the people with the same goals and stuff, it'll definitely help a lot.
Now, do you have any idea of what a first step would look like for that perfect life that you envisioned?
First step would be, I guess my first step would be my first step would be is just to have the confidence to get to that heck yeah that I can say no. I think my first step is to, when I do have a friend of a long time that is abusing substances and stuff in the past, like if they came to me now and they were like, hey, like I just got this new thing, let's try it and stuff, and my first step would be like, no, like I'm good. Like I think my first step is just being to confidently say no without a doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that you're here and you've already bumped up from possibly your 1 to your 7, like you're already on that track of your first step. And this session is a lot of goal planning, and I've noticed a lot of the same things being said, one of them being that fitness thing, the other one being confidence. So would you agree that a very good attainable goal would be getting you to that number 10 confidence level to be able to say no?
Yes.
Yes,
I believe so.
Perfect. Okay. So we use a thing called SMART goals. It's specific, measurable, attainable, something else, realistic, and timely. So our specific goal would be getting a 10 on that confidence scale of saying no.
Yes.
Okay. And because you've mentioned that fitness thing a lot, I think very realistic because it is a passion, and I like in my personal beliefs, I think that if you plan something based on what you're passionate about and what your hobbies are, it's even that more attainable. So bringing in that fitness to reach this confidence level, I think is our best option to really look into. How much would you say that you work out right now?
Right now, since I just started, I have gone for this past week. I did go to the gym, I believe, 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 times.
And do you notice a difference in like your either workout level, like intensity level, if you're having a rough day?
Yeah, I definitely do. When I'm having a pretty low day, I as soon as I walk in the gym and I hear that music, I push myself to work even harder. Like I go 110% when I'm having even a rough day, and that way because I know that it can be turned around. So yeah, I definitely do work harder when I'm struggling.
Yeah. So your situation kind of decides on.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I think you're working out 3 days a week now, but you're coming from really not working out at all. So I think 3 days a week is a really good starting point to stay at. And that workout can be a class, that workout can be weightlifting, etc. But I think another really good thing to add would be running, because you do say that like the intensity is higher if you're having a rough day. So I think that running and that like extra oomph kind of would really set apart from maybe an aerobics class or a spin class or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then to kind of see if this is working or if we need to change anything or add anything, I think a journal would be super beneficial.
Okay.
And that would be, you could do it daily, whenever you do work out, whatever, but kind of what you worked out, 1 to 10 scale of like your mood that day, 1 being wow, this day sucks, 10 being I'm greatest mood ever. Okay. And then also, after you work out, kind of how you're feeling.
Okay.
So kind of a before and after.
Before and after and compare. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then lastly, that confidence level.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, not confident, 10, heck yeah. Because we want to get to that heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, I want you to do that every time you work out.
Okay.
And see where your scales are going, if
Okay.
they're increasing, if they're staying the same.
Okay.
And even because of our fitness center, we do have someone on staff. So if you are running out of ideas, you can talk to him and he can talk your ear off about that stuff.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then another really effective thing with this goal planning is to rehearse one step. So I know our steps are working out, but I don't really think you want to work out in my office.
Yeah.
So
No, that's okay.
Another really good thing to practice is to actually say no, because you can put it in your head as many times as you want.
Right.
But being able to actually voice those words is a really important step in this as well. So I have come up with a couple of different things to say, and the main one is kind of just making an excuse to get out of the situation.
Okay.
Because if you're not put in a situation, then you don't have a chance.
Right.
Yeah. So kind of to figure out a way to just get out of that situation.
Okay.
Some things you can even resort to your workout, like I have to go work out, or I have to go run, or I have a class.
Okay.
Another one that's a little more rough for maybe your audience would just be, I have better things to do in my life, which kind of might set them off, but like it might also be a confidence booster. Like I don't have to do this because I have other things to do.
Right.
So I know this is probably super awkward, but would you be comfortable with a little role play in that?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll just be one of your friends before your admittance. Okay, Marcel, I got the best stuff for my guy, and we're all going back to the house, and we would really like you to join us because the more the merrier.
I really appreciate the offer, and if you guys need anything, you guys can call me if something goes wrong. But it's like I really have this class I have to get to that I've already made a commitment.
But Marcel, like you've been with us all this time, and
I know, but it's like I already put money down for it. It's like I can't get a refund. I can't miss it because I've already missed it the last time. I can't miss it again. It's like and I don't want that money to go to waste. It's like I'm sorry, I really appreciate the offer, but it's like I have to do this. So like I'm sorry, but maybe I'll catch you guys next time, maybe not. But I can't do it today.
We'll save you some, but you have to come back.
Like to be completely honest, I have better things to do with my life. It's like I'm pushing to strive better for myself, and I want better for myself. It's like that's what I want. It's like you guys can have my share, you guys can do everything you want, but just count me out. Like I'm not interested.
Everything you said is seriously perfect, and I know the people that you probably have hung out with before are even pushier than I was.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh yeah, for sure.
But I think like the more times that you have the opportunity to say something, and maybe don't like stop showing up altogether, will really kind of open their eyes to what you're doing and what they could possibly do.
Right.
Especially when you do get to this 10 and are walking around and bypass them and they see all your progress.
And I'm glowing.
Better. Exactly.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that would be really cool to do that and know like they came from the same situation. I can also inspire others as others are inspiring me right now. So that would be cool for me to get back out there to make a difference in other people's lives.
Perfect.
For sure.
So this whole goal planning thing is even more than just saying no. It's kind of proving one to yourself and proving to the other people that like this is possible and everyone should kind of take their first step. Awesome. Well, I love it, and I think this is definitely drawn out for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I came in here with a little confidence, and now I'm leaving like on cloud nine. So like I'm super excited to like get started and stuff. I've never been more driven or motivated before. So
Perfect.
I'm excited.
Well, just remember this journal and the 3 kind of scalings that I want, and
Okay.
the next time we can flip through that for the week and
Okay.
see how much it's helped, if we have to bump up the days or bump up what you're actually doing,
Okay.
and what have you. Awesome. Well, this is perfect, and I am way too excited to see your progress.
No, me too. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. And I also think with that is I'm also going to take progress photos and stuff as well,
Yeah.
just to see how my body changes out. It's like, I know it's not about my body, it's about my mentality and stuff, but going along with that, that'll help a lot too.
Yeah, well, like we
Yeah.
said, the whole physical growth will
Mhm.
help the mental
Yeah.
growth. And that could also even add to, like, that confidence building, like, seeing the start to finish,
Yeah.
rather than, like, writing it and seeing it on paper, like, actually seeing it.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, perfect. This is everything I could ask for.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing all that to light and making a plan for me that I can definitely stick to.
Awesome. Well, next week we will go over it, but until then, work your tail off.
Yeah, I will. I'll do it.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you again.
Thank you so much.
Really?
I know.